Hey guys, this is Artie for one. Thanks for tuning in. I just want to say thank you for all your support, likes, share, comments, negativity that I went through, telling how screwed up in the head I am. But that just shows me how internet can grow from 0 to 1,000 for no reason. Even though I'm an alcoholic recovery. Um, I started drinking alcohol when I was 7, smoking cigarettes when I was 7 as well. At 12, I was already sniffing glue. At 13, I was like smoking pot. At 15, I went up recovering, going to church. God hold me because I fell in love with my first love, my teacher, of course, who was end up just leaving me for another dude in Ukraine, of course. I don't know how much of a Ukrainian you need to be to get deported from Ukraine, but I'm not Ukrainian at all, and didn't matter that I was born in Ukraine because. But yeah, by the views of the last video, you guys showed me that by the documentation of the passport shows that you're whoever you are. I'll tell you that's not true. If you're thinking that you're an American because you have a passport, you're completely lost. The system is screwed up. This month is trying to put agenda that is evil. For schools system is too screwed up. This is the end of the world. This is the end of the world for a family, a normal family that was built by God's design. I'm so grateful that I was able to find a woman from Ukraine who thinks the same way I do, and it amazes me how God can build your life in the womb of your mom and just show you how awesome he is, because it blows my mind, and it comprehends, like, let's say it took me 3 days to propose to my wife, but it took me 1 day for me to lose everything. I'm talking about not the bombing in Ukraine. I'm talking about not the police taking me into custody in Ukraine. I'm not talking about not even being caught on a table. I'm just talking about if God intended for you to die somewhere, you're gonna die. You're not gonna prevent it. And I was afraid for many years, but I realized living in the United States is probably even worse than living in Ukraine. By the fact that we almost lost our kids to the system because we end up going. I'm not gonna go into details, but just the way they think that the system works, and they think they're managing everything. It's the same system as the Russians think that they're in control of everything, because they're not in control in anything. They're fighting against each other, and I just wanted to share some of the stories that the 7 helicopters, the hundreds of drones that were just destroyed by their own people because they don't see what's good and what's bad, and what's okay and what's not. And so I just wanted to say that this is awesome. This is Christmas for us, because they realize they're not unbeatable. They're not a majestic country. They're just terrorists because they're putting terror on people. They're trying to scare, but Ukrainian army doesn't give up. Ukrainian army stays strong, and we're thinking to go back. So if you if you guys want to just give us a like, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support. And I just want to say please pray for us because our family is right now very sick. Matthew is got he's better now, but he's coughing really bad. He's only a toddler, and it sounded like he was smoking for a couple years. It's not funny, but I just pray. The doctors in America are not as supportive. Yesterday, we went to a hospital and they just hold us there for hours for no reason while we ask, hey, can you give us a little medication for my son, because we were trying to put the fever down, and they're like, yeah, just give us a minute, and they're just like sitting in their booth and talking and laughing. A guy from church ended up swinging by at the office and saying, hey, it's okay, the documentation takes too long to process, and it kind of made me chill out, because at that point I was just like, hey, can we go? Oh, we're gonna put our documents for hold and stuff. And I said, we gotta get, like, they were trying to get the temperature from my daughter. I shove it up her butt while she was sleeping. I said, come back a little bit later, she's sleeping, she feels bad, but she's finally asleep. And she looks at me like I'm a freaking terrorist or something like that. My wife was kind of trying to calm me down. She says, hey, they're doing their job. And I said, they're not doing their best job, because if you do it, we would have been gone a couple hours earlier. But the doctor didn't know he was doing, because at night, Matthew ended up getting some inside of his nose, like very, very stuffy. And he's like, oh, it should be okay, but unless